Neil, what do you make of the Europa League draw?
That's a great draw. Got a couple of glamour games there, and obviously a chance to maybe exact some sort of retribution to Cluj as well. So yeah, we're delighted to be in there and delighted with the group. So a lot of big games to look forward to, which is exactly what we want.
Was that the first thought when you saw Cluj? Chance to maybe prove a point?
Not really. You always think in the back of your mind it could be a possibility with them being in the different pots. So it's come out that way. So I wouldn't make too big an issue of it. By that stage, hopefully we'll be at full steam ahead, and we're playing very well at the minute. So on the basis of last night, we had a great performance, and we just want to maintain that form as we go along.
You played Rennes already as well this season in our league. What do you make of them?
Well, like you said, they won the cup last year. Which is no mean feat. Beating PSG in the final. They've got some very talented, quick players. We played them before in the Europa League. Got a couple of positive results against them, so sort of hoping for more of the same, really. And then, of course, Lazio was a great draw. Very glamorous, and a trip to Rome as well. So I think that's something everyone here look forward to.
Is there a real belief when you look at the group to think you can really do something and get through and go further forward?
I think so, yeah. I think we've got the makings of a good side. I'm not going to make predictions, but I think that we can make an impact, and a good impact in the group.
What do you think the players will think when they see the likes of Cluj again? Do you think they'll have that desire burning?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that'll be the first thing that will probably come into their heads, and then obviously looking at Lazio and Rennes, they'll think that we can have a real go at both those teams as well.
How do you reflect on last night's game then?
Delighted. It was an outstanding performance from more or less start to finish. Scored 4 away from home in Europe. I haven't done that for a long, long time, and the quality of the goals were excellent. The quality of the performance was excellent, and it was a pressure game, obviously, and the players handled it brilliantly. We beat a very good side comprehensively over 2 legs, so yeah, a lot to be positive about.
That goal by Michael Johnson, he's showing that maturity at such a young age to go on that big stage and produce those performances.
Yeah, I mean, the front 4 last night were brilliant, for however length of time they were on. They looked a real threat. And then Brown and McGregor, backed that up, gave us a real platform. I thought Brownie was outstanding last night, and looked really back to his best again. And Callum's just been so consistent over the piece. But the front 4 really excite us. Watson's in great form. Christie's just been outstanding, and James Forrest. It's just great to watch when he's playing like that. His goal was sublime, and his all-round game last night was of really high quality. So we're delighted with that, and we've got good, decent backup now with Bayo coming on. Lewis Morgan scored, with a few others bubbling under as well. So it augurs well. It augurs well.
When you see performances like that last night, does it just fill you with excitement for the games ahead?
Yeah, I get excited. Yeah, I mean, I've been excited for the majority of the season. There's been a bit of negativity around the place. Again, I can understand that to a certain degree, but we are scoring goals at a very fast rate. I think that's 9 in the last 3, and bags of goals previous to that as well. So yeah, we're very positive. A lot to be happy about.
It's quite the week. You've had the game last night, the draw today, and then the trip to Ibrox on Sunday.
Well, I mean, the game at Ibrox has been looming, on the horizon for a few weeks, and they got a positive result last night as well. So both teams are going into the game in very good form.
What do you expect to face at Ibrox on Sunday?
The usual sort of derby. It'll be high octane, noisy, colourful. Competitive, just difficult to predict, so there may be goals in it, there may be not. It's form goes out the window, as you know, but I just want us to put in a strong performance, which I know the team are capable of.
Does the result on Sunday lay down a marker for the rest of the season?
It's just rubbish, all that talk. It's our 4th game of the season, so not really. There's another 34 to go after that. I mean, you can ask me that maybe around February, March, and we'll have some sort of idea where we are in the table. But after 4 games, we get too hysterical too early, and it's almost like game to game. Every performance gets analysed to death, and you know, they say is it a marker or a defining moment in the season? It's just, sorry, I'm not buying into that at all.
You've
How much
averaged
does it-
5 goals a league game. They've averaged 3 goals a league game. It would be a surprise if it was a scoreless draw.
It would, and then it wouldn't, because like I say, you can't predict these games. So I'd be delighted to keep a clean sheet, you know, and I'd fancy our chances to maybe nick a goal or 1 or 2. We're in powerful form, you know, particularly going forward. I think the defence is looking, you know, players are getting more up to speed with how we play and more familiar with the surroundings. So, yeah, we've a lot to be looking forward to going into the game.
A feature of the last few weeks is you've had firepower in different departments.
Yeah, that's delighted me. We scored from a set play again last night as well, which delighted me. So yeah, there's a lot of, you know, positive contributions in the goal stakes from a lot of areas, which again is what the team's capable of. I think we got 9 in the last 3 games, so you know that is good form, you know, by any standard.
How far does the AIK results indicate that the Cluj result at Celtic Park might have been a bit of a fluke, really?
I think in the main it was. You know, I think, you know, if you look back on the goals, you know, particularly the second and third one, fourth one's academic, as you know. Second and third ones were a bit freakish, you know, from our point of view. So that happens. It's one that got away from us, but we can't dwell on it. And there may be other occasions where, you know, the results don't go for us or the performance doesn't go for us. But in the main, we've been absolutely delighted with the consistency of the team and consistency so early of the players.
Will you be able to sleep better tonight knowing your social media ratings back up?
No, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. Honestly, I'm not on social media. And it may be, if we get a negative result on Sunday, it may flip again very, very quickly, but it's not real. So what is real is the performances that the team are producing at the minute, and the style of play is very, very pleasing as well. And that's all I'm focusing on, and I can't control other things that, you know, are out with, you know, my jurisdiction really.
Do you think it helps you having played at an Old Firm derby, then going to manage?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Yeah, it's bound to help, that experience, you know. And you know, when I played under Martin, he played in some huge games, and he passed on that sort of little tidbits of experience to you. And then you were, oh yeah, I see that now. Or you know, no, you do get those little familiar sort of twangs that the manager might have talked about. So. Yeah, I think it does help. It's a benefit. There's no question of that.
Very often, you know, we talk about clubs like the Celtic and Rangers, like you playing in Europe, and then you, no respect to Scottish League, take it almost a kind of step down when you're playing your next league game. But it's not going to be like that. Is that something that you're kind of relishing, to see how your players can cope with the demands of, you know, 2 pretty important games there?
I think I know. I mean, the players over the past few years have dealt with pressure situations very, very well. It doesn't become normal because every game's different, but the mentality is good. You know, and the mentality for pressure games and big games has been excellent over the last 3, 4, 5 years. So, is it a concern? No, I think they're well experienced now for, you know, what lies ahead.
And your strength in your squad, you must be delighted with that as well. So I guess you can kind of, you know, rest assured that who's over on your bench, they're going to come on and do a job for you. How pleasing is that as a manager to see that kind of depth and strength there? Well,
it's always pleasing. I mean, we've needed it. You know, we've been a little bit short at times. Touch wood, you know, our injuries, you know, seem to be clearing up pretty well. We'll have to see how Chris is for Sunday, but you know, he's positive about it, and Odsonne will be fine. But you know, looking at the squad in general, you know, apart from maybe Hatem, who's still reaching to get 100% fitness, and Tom Rodgick, you know, we're in good shape, you know, physically, even though it's been a monumental month. I think we've played, I don't know, 14 competitive games already, so it's been a demanding month for the players, but you know, they've handled it very, very well, and we've got one big game to look forward to go. It's very exciting. It's an exciting time. I said to the players before the game last night, it's a great time to be a player. You got 2 cracking games coming up, and you know, make the most of it, and they certainly did that last night.
Did you say Chris was quite more positive tonight today than he was when he went off yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a little bit of acupuncture on it, and he's getting sort of treatment this morning and this afternoon, and we'll see how he responds to that tomorrow.
Is Jozo going to be fit as well?
Yeah, Jozo will be. He's been rested. He still has the issue with his knee, but we're hoping he'll be fit for contention.
Could we see Bauer at the weekend? Is he ready to play?
Well, he's only trained. He trained yesterday. He did a light session with the team on Wednesday. So again, that'll be down to what the medical team think and what the fitness coaches think. I would imagine he'd be in the squad.
Yeah, we can ask you, there's some off the field problems last night between Celtic fans and some stewards. Can you give your thoughts on those scenes?
I have no comment to make on that. I wasn't aware of it. And the club, if there is anything to deal with, the club will deal with it as best they can.
We'll just come back to the game. Obviously, I've seen some bookies have made Rangers favourites. They've obviously got expectations are raised by their start to the season. Does that maybe change the dynamic for them? They've got to deal with that expectation, that pressure as well, that they didn't have in the last couple of
Well, yeah, you're asking the wrong man. You just go over to Murray Park and ask Stephen how they would deal with it. We've been favourites. If the bookies think that Rangers are favourite, then good. That suits me fine. I don't know why, because our form has been fantastic, and we're in goal scoring form, and we're winning games convincingly. So it's not bad being the underdog with the way we're playing at the minute. Take that.
Neil, with 3 days to go, are you any closer? Anyone coming in all right?
Yeah, we're working on a few deals to be done. So might have something today or tomorrow. I can't give a definitive on that. These things take time.
Are there a number of players you want to get in? 2 players, 3 players?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you.
No?
Any bids for anyone?
No. Not at the minute. But we will be looking to trim a few as well. There's been a bit of interest for clubs for players on loan, so we're looking at that as well.
Greg
Any
Taylor, is that
details?
one you're pursuing, Neil?
It's an option. I think it's well documented. We are looking for a left back, and there's been a number of options, and Greg will be one of those. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Neil.